Hey, good morning. For those happy few, I was just going over stuff, manipulating my screens and looking at the scanner. So, yeah, I already made a little bit of money this morning on some news. Not a typical stock. It was a healthcare stock on Thinkorswim, which is normally I don't do that pre-market, but actually with that in mind, let me make sure I'm still not on extended. Let me get that back today so I don't forget. And I'm on my right account and everything's going good. Make sure you guys are on your right account. You're not on all the same mistakes I make all the time. So big news on Tesla, huh? Jeez. Didn't do good on earnings, and then Musk came out with his guidance basically saying expect a bunch more pain, maybe all the way to the end of the year. So that didn't do well for the stock. I kind of expected it to be not allowing it to be shorted this morning, but you could still, it wasn't hard to borrow, but it did do a dive. You can see that. So this is what we call a catalyst. It's just the fib is useless right now. And this might be a stock just to take a position on and short. I almost did, it's just, he's so hard to figure out. He could say something that makes this, like I'm stepping down from the board. It would shoot up if he said something like that. You just never know, right? You just never know. So we're going to steer clear of this once again, even though it's hitting scanners. I looked at the usual suspects this morning, marked them out. NVIDIA is possible, but I don't want to get caught in a swing on this. A few things. I mean, I'm really worried about the whole tariff thing. It's just so much in flux right now. So they have their aftermarket earnings on not till August 27th. So, it's not earnings is not the problem. The problem is tariffs and the political environment. Just otherwise, I mean, the market's at an all-time high, right? That should be an alert that you don't chase a rising market. But then you get that FOMO, like, why didn't I should just be going long everywhere. But I'm apprehensive. Actually, I'm apprehensive about everything that's making a move. Here's Apple. We're so close to this date, that August 1st date, that it's just kind of scary to do anything but just the little channels we've been doing and not hold it into a swing if it goes against you, like I've done a couple of times here. So, I'd like to say I'm long biased, but I'm not. I'm actually more short biased on these things because I feel like everything's peaking. Could be wrong. Just a little wary of it, This is shaping up to be a good RV stock. I mean, it's not too bad. Out of the range. What's our range here for our ATR is... that's not... I don't have it on a 5. I thought this was a day chart. This is ATR range here is probably like $4 or something, right? 376. So 215. What was the close of yesterday? It was 214. So you could go all the way down to 211-ish. Yeah, not really too good for RV. Now that I really look at it. How about AMD? We're going to discuss the RV right now. Nope, because it trended up. So you're out of the... Well, you're picking it up back here. So you go 10 days back and you've got... you're going to hit this... Actually, you're going to hit this day. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Well, yeah, 5 days of it in the zone. So that's not too bad. That would rate it a... you would get a check mark for that. So AMD is okay. It's just a little erratic. That's a pretty big range. But we like big ranges on the RV strategy. Let's see. Palantir. It's another good RV one. You know, it's got that dip, but overall it's pretty steady range here. Right now it's kind of made this move for these last 3 days over here. So I don't know if this is going to be the new normal or if it's going to do another dip. What's that historical data right there, huh? Kind of smooth. Yeah. Not a lot of places to respect here other than the fibs, really. The fibs seem to be holding their own, but they're pretty wide channel. Hood, I was looking at Hood a little earlier as well. I did a couple of markings, but the fib gave us really nice channels here. So this keeps looking like a really good stock, but then when you go to trade it, it does weird stuff. You got 1, 2, 3 days in, 4 days in it. Not quite as good as the other one, AMD, I think it was. But we'll take a look at it. Maybe, not sure where to open. Then we're getting into the newer scanners here. So this one is not something I've marked out yet. Where's our fibs on this one? Yeah, this has mostly been dropping here. Is that easy to borrow? Or no, that's hard to borrow. So I don't have this set up correctly here. Let me work with this scanner here. There we go. Now it shows me hard to borrow stuff. The next one, then it hits oh yeah, that was the other news, was Google, which is normally not something that I have up here because the volume is usually much less, but that had such great news. And you think, you know, your first thought is with Google is like, well, everybody's moving away from their search engines because they're just using, you know, ChatGPT or other, and they have their own, of course, that they direct you to. But then remember, it's YouTube. So it just had great report. And YouTube is like, you know, a billion views, more than a billion views every day or every hour or so. I don't know, something ridiculous. I don't even know. But that's obviously driving this up too. So it's right one of the big three that are just 3 or 4 that are just. But it's the price action to trade it as far as a large cap retracement strategy. It's very jerky. It doesn't really. Like, let's take a look at the 1 minute because it might be something we want to look at this morning. Let's take a look at the 1 minute on this. We go back a day. Let's take a look at this here. We'd be in this area. Obviously the magnet wouldn't be there. Trying to look at the range of 6 to 12. That's pre-market. So let's see what's the range of that. Candle's 33 cents. 32. That's not bad. This one is this is a smaller one. That was that's a 20 cent range. Yeah, so that's not bad. And then what is our overall movement here if I was RV in this one? 190.48. Wow. So that is $1 from here to here. So that's 50-cent moves in there, 25 to 50-cent moves. Overall volume is low, though. So the question is, will they pick you up on market if you go up in share size? But it might be good. It's possible that this is good for us this morning. So it's something we might want to keep an eye on. That hit the other scanner under 50K per minute scanner. And then this is another one. Open the 5 minute on this one, I bet. So I had marked this out before. Yeah, so our fibs are not. Oh, there it is. The fib is correct and way up there. Okay. Certainly affording some moves in here. Boy, that's a bit jerky, huh? But sometimes those are really good to trade. But you've got to watch your range, you know. But that's really not that big of a range here. 40. There's a high 40, 67, 40 just down. So that's only 55 cents from here to here. It looks like, you know, if you were watching Tesla, that's $12. But yeah, that's a pretty small range. So it might be fun to trade. That's easy to borrow, yeah. Remember, this magnet won't be here like this, but how accurate was it calling these? MACD's getting them right. Buy sell oscillators, yeah, hit or miss here. Yeah, I really like the MACD. I listen to the MACD a lot on these custom indicators. I don't know. The thing is when I get to one, if it's working, you know, you might as well just stay with it, right? If it's working for you. So you go searching around and then you lose all these opportunities as time ticks on. You get that FOMO thing and you might as well just stay, go back and stay. So, well, where will I start this morning? You know, I still am very large cap biased. I wouldn't want to hit Tesla. Nvidia, it's toying around with its highs right now. So, you know, I think it was at one point was 175, right? So it's not all the way up to its highs, but yeah, 174.70. Yeah, 53, 174.53. So yeah, it's possible. It's something to do our typical strategy with. I don't think I'm going to look at that at the open like I normally do, but you know, maybe I will. I mean, I do love the way it fills the orders, but it could just break out, you know. And so if I was looking for a retracement, which is the way I would trade it for a spike up and then short it, and then if it just started to go, I would be very worried. So I'm a little gun shy with it, and because it's so close to the date, it's why you don't want to do anything but little baby moves. It's so close to August 1st for all these. So that's the thing. The tariff deadline. Is he going to push it again? He seems like he's making a lot of deals. It seems like maybe it's all worked into the market already. I mean, who knows, right? Let's take a look at the news that Charlie has compiled here. Macron trade wins. U.S. and EU trade talks advance with possible new tariff framework surfacing, lifting hopes. So we'll see. Tokyo and European futures surged overnight as the U.S.-Japan deal with a 15% tariffs and possible EU pact boost market optimism. So that could trickle over our way for sure. That things just go up today. What are we looking at for overall? Yeah, so we're up today on the SPY. And yeah, then there's the whole Trump going to the Fed, going to the surprise visit to the Fed, checking supposedly on renovations of building. That's his new way of saying he's going to use that to get rid of the Fed chair. So I just think that's the craziest thing in the world to mess with the, you know, switching that out right now. I mean, what's going wrong right now in the markets? Why do you want to mess with the markets? This is the kind of stuff that scares me from calling a biased or holding into a swing, which is a lot of the way I trade is I'll start scalping and then I feel like, oh, this is just a momentary movement against me because I know which way it's going to go, so I'll hold a swing, as you've seen me do that. And it's panned out, you know. But, you know, I really would like to count on a steady news cycle that we can't, you know, it's just like Trump's like Musk. It's like you never know what the heck he's going to do. And it's just like, geez, come on, man, calm down. Market's going good. Revel in your victory there and stop messing with things. So big tech earnings is a story here out of the Google, which we just talked about a minute ago. That's huge. That's a big deal. So we'll look at that stock if we can't find something to move, because it's a slower mover with volume, so it's not really what we want to do. And it did hit the lower 50K scanner per minute. IBM. Really? You gave me an IBM story? It's just down 6%. Might be something to short, I guess. T-Mobile surged 4.3%. Yeah, so the S&P closed record high. We know all that's going on as QT earnings ramp up. Small cap outperformance persists. I don't really want to have a story on small caps, but they could affect the whole market. She's right. What we're trading. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's a bunch of other stories here, but the Google's the big news for us. The tariff, the Trump visiting the Fed is big news. Those three things could really affect what we're doing today, but other than that, not really. Remember, guys, I am not a licensed financial advisor. You should seek advice of somebody licensed before you try to emulate any of these trading styles. And just be careful out there. So, where do we go today? At the open. It's like, I know this is not good to hold, but will it offer me, let me get this back to today. Will it offer me something at the open, that is worthy of a... Yeah, the news is just positive, man. That's why playing it as a dip could be really risky, right? And the only reason I think I do that is because it's so close to its highs. So that's when I usually try to get the retracement, watch it go up, and then, of course, that's backfired. This could be the day that it wants to go to 180, and I just got to get out right away and not hold it again, not as we go into these times. Don't want to keep repeating myself. So what's come up on the scanner, the main scanner with the, the 100,000 per minute. Tesla's at the top. People are, let's see, are they still shorting that down? Yeah. Yeah, that's where it is right now. So that's how far it dropped. Jesus. Last I looked, it was 312, so it is still dropping. And then NVIDIA is up a bit, nearer to its high, all-time high, after the stock split, obviously. Apple, I remember I was trading this when it was $800, NVIDIA. So, actually over 1,000. I remember trading that 1,000 per share. You get 1,000 shares of 1,000 per share. You're using a lot of your account size. You just don't keep that kind of money in an account that's not making money unless you can make money trading like a lot of money. So that's the other way to look at it. People say I'm crazy. It's like, oh, he could have that money and getting 8, 10, 12% with Fisher or something, and he's got it in a trading account. Well, there is way to make money on money that's in your trading account, guys. You can make interest on it besides just trading. So but yeah, that's just something I do. I have them in both ways, So that's the, these are the other ones that we want to look at on the large cap, mega cap scanner that's 100,000 per 1 minute in volume. And this is the 50,000 per 1 minute in volume. Here's our highest mover. Again, NVIDIA is always going to be there. It just slipped under the price because I have this set for a high or low price. I think it's at $200 that you can't go over. If you go over that, you won't be on here. So that's why Tesla's not on here. But Google's right there, number 3, right up, quite a lot of volume. And it does almost have 100,000 per, which would be acceptable even the way we trade with the other strategies. So so any of these are a possibility. So if I'm having trouble getting that zone that we look for, then I'd switch around. But these are things for you guys. This scanner is available with the $1 Million Margin Club now, the 50K scanner. So this has got a bunch of my custom coding in it. So you might want to grab that if you don't have it, because it affords you more options. They do have the seller's indicator and the buyer's indicator. The corrected good ones now are over there for sale. All you people that have become members of the Professor's Morning Show here, the Day Trading for Success, just by sending an email saying I want to be a member, you don't pay anything, and then you ask, I want my indicator, then you get your buyer's indicator for free sent to you. You just have to email. For those of you that didn't know that, that's still being offered for free right now. That's a $24.95 value. So I can say stuff like that, like a commercial. So you want to check that out. Other indicators I'd look for over there is this risk oscillator, which basically is giving you a target for every trade. Now I am working on an indicator that I was emailed about from a subscriber, so I'm talking directly to you. I know I answered you, and that email was asking if you're going to only enter 25% of your position, basically, can you do an indicator that tells you when to go to half your position or more, or when you should get out if you do that? Well, I thought about that, and I thought that would be really handy if we could do something like that. And I think I'm going to base it off of, using this risk oscillator, because you can't target, I can't figure out without seeing support and resistance levels. I was thinking, well, I could do it every 50 cent and every $0.50 you should get in, whether it's going up or down with this strategy. But then I thought it's so subjective, it might be way in between that $1 and $0.50, that maybe I should go by the target range, which would change at any given moment. So I'm just so you know. So I am working on that. That'll say something like, add or close, add your position or close. Just simple labels, so it doesn't get too complicated. Because that could probably be pretty handy. So I like the suggestion. I'd never really thought about it, and I thought it might be almost impossible to do, because it could be anywhere where you might want to add. I mean, typically, if you're only going in 25%, it'd be great if you could just take all your trades at 25% of your position. You're so safe, that way. If you decide that the price is going against you and you want to add, right? Typically, what I say is before you add to half position that it's going against you, but you're looking for a sign of a turnaround. So you grab in a better position as it goes up, then it might not have to travel all the distance it was to get to your price point, because you've lowered your price point down. And then you just go for your 10 or 15 or $20 or whatever it was, $5 on that trade. Don't get greedy, because it might go right back down. And you could continue to do that twice, as long as you don't hit your max loss and go to your full position. Depends on how slow the stock's moving, just everything. It depends on a lot of stuff. Another way to do it is to momentum trade, like you're making money and all the signs are it's going up, and you do get greedy. You're greedy now. You add to your position as it's going up, which is more of a momentum strategy, because you're only in 25% of position, right? So if you were to add going up, then you'd want to make sure that it never retraces far enough down to cause you a loss, like you're going to keep your profit if you add to go. So if it immediately starts to go against you, it's like, oh, just take the profit you had, for God's sake. Stop being greedy, that kind of logic. So I'm taking all that into account, so that maybe it could be used either way, to just suggestions like, this is a good time, according to the numbers, this is a good time to add to your position. But many traders will say never add to your position, but that's just a certain way to trade, to not do that. It is not the be-all and end-all rule that people try to make it sound like. I know so many, hundreds of traders, it's the only way they trade is to add to their position. And it comes from swing trading, because when you're swing trading, you've kind of marked a level to go into a trade. and you're waiting for it to get to that level, like a dip. So you're buying the dip on a swing trade, right? You're going to ride it up. Is it low enough? Is this the time to pick it up, right? So you've marked that out on your chart. That's the spot. It starts to slow down as it's coming down toward that area. It's like, hey, it's going to turn around before it gets to where I get to enter. I need to enter now, but I won't go in full position in case it keeps going down. Then I'll add to it as it gets to where I really want it to go. But I don't want to miss the trade, so I better get in it. That's how that all started, just a simple logic, like don't miss the trade. So you get in, and then as it goes down, then you add to half, then it goes down, you add to full, and then you have a level. It's like, well, that trade didn't work. It just kept going down. So you get out, and that's how swing traders basically trade. That's the logic. Well, there is no reason why that can't be put on any type of trading, day trading that's more 5 minute, 10 minute, 1 hour specific, more than like 1 day, 4 days, 3 weeks specific. It's the same thing that people act like it's just this alien. Oh my God, you've added, it's just, that's the cardinal rule. It's like, well, it's hard to find traders that don't do that, even in your momentum trading. So it's a weird perspective. And it happens a lot if you get burned, where you get worried about that. So if you can't control your max loss, if you can't set that exit, then never add. Never, ever add. I don't know who you are, how you're controlling yourself. I'm just telling you what, once you can control yourself, which is the biggest battle, that is a very viable way to trade. Okay, so we're getting closer to entering, kind of gone over for those of you that are just jumping on now. The market's going up. I'm a little tentative about just riding something. I'm looking for a stock to do at the open. Let me just look at Google for a sec. No, I'm not going to do Google. What is going on with Tesla? Is that still? Yeah, that's still going down. Not real fast, but it's... I thought they were going to make it hard to borrow like they did the other day. Like people are losing so much. They haven't lost that much confidence yet. But now a lot of people are just waking up to this news, and they've set a bunch of market orders to sell, and they won't go into pre-market. So this could take a big dive. I would not trade this long right now. It's a hard call. Tesla's just a hard call. I'm going to stay away from it. We've only got 3 minutes, and I have to pick a stock to go into to watch at least at the open. I may not take a trade, but does this have news? Because this might be the one, right? See how it's hovering right here to watch for a rise and then catch a retracement on it. It's way up, so people are going to be taking profit. So if it goes up, I might have a short opportunity here. You might be a winner. Guys. Oh, did you guys? I haven't stopped streaming, right? Oh, it looks like I had a trouble there with the stream. I hope you guys are getting me. It seems like you're still getting me there. Wow, that was weird. Anyway, let me get on this. Well, it keeps jumping off the stream, so it's going to be hard to listen to me if that keeps happening. Wow, there it goes again. I don't know why it's doing that. Well, guys, I'm going to be trading this, but I always say don't trade on the opening candle. It's craziness. I like the excitement of it, but it's not for everybody. I might short off that level up there. What do we have for? That's only 50 cents from here to here. All right, guys, we're about to go here. No new news. This is my baby to start. Let's see how we go. go in on a rise. The most I'd average down up there. If it breaks that, I'm probably going to get out. I'm going to go in a short if it rises, not a long. 8 seconds. Good luck, everybody. Don't. What did it get me at? 38. I had a victory there for a second that was worthy. Come on. There we go. So I got my adrenaline going. I'm having trouble waking up today. And it did fade off that, just above that level. I was getting ready to just do market there, but that was a good start for to start toward our goal. Now, what is it going to keep doing, and what do we keep watching here? It's hovering at the 54. So all the even and half dollars opened up. Yeah, it's rejecting for sure right now, but this is still the first. We got 3 seconds for the next candle. It's going to be red. Nope, it's green. Boom, there it goes again. Whoa. This is, you might as well count the second candle as the same as the first candle. It's just two. You can't really read it. It's like it's a crapshoot, you know. Again, this was near its high, so I played that off the high to get a retracement down. We have no idea which way this really wants to go yet today, so kind of want to wait till it hits past this 5 minute and see if this is. I'm not going to jump around. We're going to see if we can make stuff off the consolidation here, if it gives us a chance of any kind of consolidating here. What happened with AMD? Because that's the other one I'd like to look at. Oh, that went way up, huh? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, it's just moving so fast. Wow. That's a lot down to be playing this one. There's the ATR low down there for the RV strategy. It's resting with a fib, too. So if I was playing this short, this is where I would flip around right now on the RV. But we don't start RV until a half hour after market opens for a reason. This stuff all has to get shaken out. This nonsense it's nearly impossible to read until we can start to get some support and resistance levels that are, at least for the most part, guidelines, you know. Shouldn't be trading today, really, because I didn't get my 6 hours sleep. It was a tough time. I'm entertaining guests, and it's not unfun, but it's hard to get sleep, and can throw me off my game a little bit. But you can tell from my voice, just a little scratchier because I was up much later than my bedtime. So breaking a rule by trading with less than 6 hours sleep, which is one of my rules. So breaking a rule for you guys. Hope it doesn't go bad. So weird, because in the moment, I feel not totally like I can do it. So what we're trading here, if you just zoomed on, is we're doing a large cap retracement strategy. We're looking for levels to get in and retrace where they're going up or going down. So channel trading, right out of day trading volume 1, but a microcosm of that, making it much smaller and trading prior to when that says to start, and just learning scalping skills with some of the state-of-the-art prop firm indicators that I have links to. If you don't already have these, they are amazing. So that's your MACD pointing down, market magnet, the red and green arrows here. Too soon for that to kick in, which is based on the volume profile. You have a buy-sell oscillator here. Over here is part of the risk oscillator, that arrow. This is pre-market. So, all right, so it looks like it found a bottom. It had a rickshaw man reversal, and then it kind of held tight at the 153 even mark. I have all the half and whole dollars marked because that's where the crowd trades, guys. So remember to, if you don't mark them out yourself, there's a simple script that does that for every stock that you can always have loaded in. And you want to see the multi-chart alignment. I have the labels here, but I have it actually set up here to every 5 minutes. See what other people are looking at on their chart and what are they going to do. Right now, everybody's thinking that they want to go short because of the way it's acting. We're the only ones that have a rebound on the 1 minute. So we get a little head start, but they all jump in as we cross this 5. It could just go straight down because they see all red. So that's what you got to watch out for, is that. So it went back down to the 153. So having that becomes very handy. And they're all short terms. You gotta be able to read it. I like the fact that it's banging on the 53, guys. That could be our go long area if we keep. Let's get a bit more. See if we have a top here. What I would like to see is a top, a turnaround, and then a support, and then definitely the third time I would go in. Also, I would tend to go short quicker up here just because, again, it's nearer its high area. 150, is that the high? I don't know. We're waiting. We wait for the strategy to make we're in a challenge here of making $100 a day in about a half hour to 40 minutes every day for a month, so that you have $2,000+ at the end of the month to help you, and then you go on about your day, go to your job, whatever it is, or you add to your retirement, your Social Security funds to make your nut for the month, and just go on about enjoying your life, playing golf or whatever you do. That's basically the strategy, is trying to find these places where we can ride these channels up and down. I'm looking at this down here to maybe go long as we get down here at the 153 again. I want to see how it looks, but I am thinking about it as it's going down, because I said I wanted it to retest once, but it depends on how it hits, what it looks like when it hits. You can see buyers were stronger on the volume, sellers were weaker. You look at the target is still split, but we're not 9 candles in yet. So this is 9 candle back average. So we really need 11 or 12 candles in, 12 minutes in, past this one. So you often see me wait for the 11th. I'm going to go ahead and try that. I got it at... See, I'm hoping it's going to bang off that. I don't know if I want to add to that if that goes down much. I might just take a little loss, because I'm a little unsure of it right now. Everybody's seeing short on the longer time frame. I'll take that. Oh, thought I had $7. This is only 100 shares, so I thought I had 7 cents. I think I ended up with only 5 cents, but that would have been $14 with 200 shares. So I'm a little skeptical as I go in here on the scalp. But let's see if it retests it again and bangs up, because then it's more like, there it goes. So it would have been okay to hold that for sure, but I was running a little. So now the magnet just pulled down. So if it pulled down after the opening candles were up in here, that means there's a lot of volume right here. So that's pretty good. 181,000 on the last candle. Here we go again. Is it going to break that? I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot there. Uh-oh. Made a new low.
Shares after their earnings report falling here, resumed trading after a halt now at 26.84, down about 17% in the Romeo Delta.
I don't know if I don't think I want to average down on this, because I'm still skeptical of this stock. So I might take a losing trade here. See if it gives me any chance of a recovery. No, it's not. This is where I tend to hold, because I think it's going to come back. You know that problem we all have. Showing signs of reversal on the level 2. Had I got in down there, I could have got out. Averaged my half position. It is showing signs of a reversal consistently here, so meaning going back up, but not there. It just said no. So I didn't want to see that. I might take a hit here, guys. I don't like the move. There it goes. Finally, a decent. Wow, that was a little scary. Did I instill confidence with everybody? I don't like the way the stock is moving, I got to tell you. Yeah, and again, if I had held it a little longer. So it's now at the 53 level. So it started to make a new channel. I'm going to move on. I just don't like the look of it. We did okay on it, but let me see AMD here. It felt a little too much like gambling there on that one. Playing AMD off of its high could be good too. Let's see what the 1 minute looks like here. Do we have any channels over here? We certainly have a lot more historical levels here, which is good. Almost too many, huh? It's crowded. So boy, did it hit that ATR and reverse. See, these are the kind of signs you look for. Something to go by here. The magnet's way down here. So I would look to go long down here where it came in the market and sort of settled and went up. So if it gives us a chance to get down this far, I would tend to go long here. But right now, I'm not going to take a trade and see. We'll see. It's more volume, which is good. I'm checking right here to see what we're getting here. We're only getting like 5 to 10. There we go. There was a 7, 8. Yeah, it's swailing like 5 to 8 cents roughly. Okay, there we go. So you got the market magnet turning around up here. You got the buy-sell oscillator crossover says no, you're done. And then you've got the ATR up here. That dotted line is the high, which of course says right there. So this would be a pretty good spot to go short, but and then maybe one time add if you're only in quarter of your position up here. How far is that? Yeah, so that's only no, that's a lot. I wouldn't want to go 70 cents. Oh, there's the other dollar mark right there. Okay. $half mark is right above the ATR. The tweezer move here, telling it wanted it to turn around, so it is not going to make it to that ATR again. It spiked and it like got burned right there and fell fast. Just waiting it out to see something. I think there's more opportunities right now here, but we'll see. The day is young. Boy, it just like decided to stop moving right here, huh? Right around that 160.50 area. That's the 9, that's the 14, that's the 20. There's our VWAP down here. A lot more telling to go down than up right now. Except that, 100%. I mean, at this level, like a lot to drop it off this kind of flat top it's making. So I'm thinking about getting in right at that 161 level, not waiting for the ATR, and then using the ATR as my backup to add to half position. It's getting close now. It was 92. 90 on the, I'm looking at the market maker here. Because if I do market, that's what I'll get that. All right, so I'm hoping that that's going to fade off and not make a rapid climb because it looked like, it's going way up fast. So there's always a risk there when you do that. I'm at 08. Now it's at 35. That is the ATR level. We're going to go ahead and average in. We're going for it. And I'm getting hurt. All right. That's not any news. Just making sure we don't have any news here that's suddenly propelling this forward. Just looking for a small gain here if it gives a chance. Looks like it's going to drop. The longer it takes to give me a gain, the more worried I get. I wanted more than $5 with the 200 shares, guys. Wow. Probably should have taken that $8. Come on. Fade. Fade. You mean person. I'm going to get out of this if I can. I went so fast that I just couldn't have got it. A lot of mixing signals here. Sellers are stronger, really, but it's not. No, buyers are stronger on the target. That ATR is holding it, and I wanted to push it down, but it's not doing it. All right, so if it gives me a chance for a lesser loss, I'll even take that. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Yeah, it's just getting stronger going up. I'm going to take a hit here, guys, and get out of this, so be careful if you hit your max loss. Thought about getting out at 100 down, almost did. Now it's toying with me. So clearly didn't reject off the ATR like I was hoping. It is pounding down on that pattern. There it goes again. The way it's acting, if I went into full position, it looks like I'd have a chance, but that could be when it doesn't do that. So the more it stays up there, the worse it gets here, guys. All right, I think what I'll do is I will go for a chance here. It could be a bigger loss. I'm not going to hold it, but I might take it for to take a chance on a bigger loss. I'm going to go ahead and go into my full share size, and this is where the risk gets bigger here. So I'm up to 49. It needs to drop back where it was quite a few times just a moment ago, but it is not. So I don't think I want to see this go by 200 negative. I still have a chance to recover from that. Wow. That went way past. So that was a bad trade, unfortunately. See, I didn't get my 6 hours sleep. Yeah, well, it was good I got out because it's still going up. Now, most likely it will recover. I just didn't want to play that same reindeer game with you guys. It will come back down. Let me get a better look at this. Yeah, 162.39. So we're right there. That is the high. So that's where I will try another short and beat my head against the wall and try to recover from this. Thinking it's not just going to steadily go up. Could be the mistake of the day. There's 26. There we go. I got some of it back. Now, if it keeps hitting that, you know, I don't want to keep playing it the same way, but maybe twice. Will the ATR give it support? Tempting. Seems like it's got a 161.50 support.
BP, Bloomberg reporting BP plans to exit 36
I'll
billion
try it.
Australian green hydrogen project.
Try it on a long now. I got a little bit more back. Could have held it, of course. Just wasn't showing signs. Wasn't giving me a lot of strong signs. I'd love to have some other indicators. Here's your magnet right here. So buying is certainly the way to go still, according to the targets.
Operating plan for FY 2026. That's Romeo Delta Zulu November.
This is a nice big wide channel for those of you that didn't get caught up in the bad move. It's like I would have been, if I held it, I would have made it, of course. You can't help but look at it that way. But I got out at the 200, so. Mostly just trying to control this for you guys. If you could afford to stay in that move, that was probably the way to go. I mean, it was only 200 down, really, so. MACD turned it around. And you had your even 162 even up there. So it's really consolidating right in here. I don't think I want to draw a support or resistance level yet right here, but there's the 9. It's hitting that ATR again, guys. Yeah, I definitely would play this short bias now, so I worry about, like I originally was, I worry about going long off these levels. I remember when I did before, it kind of, the level 2 was kind of showing me it was going to keep going down, and I luckily got out, but right now it's just not giving enough movement here to help. Going to stay here to try to get this green on this stock. But if it, you know, I won't stay real stubborn if it doesn't give me some opportunities here. That's the 14. This is yeah, that's from further back. That's it's definitely hard to read this right here, guys. I don't know. It's not because I'm gun shy. It's just not. Seems like it's going to turn around, and I don't want to just start riding it short. Broken through 2 of the levels. Now it's about to hit the 20. Is this just going to retrace? All the way down. Yeah, market's going down. Wow, that might be just the way to play it. It just broke the 161 too. It's saying stop going down, but I'm actually thinking of chasing it because the way it's moving so strong. Went above the 161. I'm going to go ahead and jump in there. A little bit more. It's going to take a lot of trades to at that price to get. So I'm looking at the retracement up to short it. That is at the 161.39 level, but seems like it's just going to not even pass the 20 here. There it goes. It hit the 20.
New home sales.
Cents I'm looking at.
39,000 for June, month over month. That's coming up at 10 a.m. Eastern time.
Thinking about shortening it up there, but I'm watching the level 2. Yeah, that is a reversal sign to go back up. Tempted to buy it as it breaks the ATR. Nope, it tapped it and then just fell from it, huh? That would have been the place to short. Resting on the 20. Just stopped here. Come on, give us some movement here. Okay, that's going to pull the magnet down. So probably this is going to go down. Nope, there goes the magnet. There we go. Finally, some sort of movement here. Come on. Like 39. I want to punch up to short it. I'm going to short it as it punches up. But I need it to get up there, maybe the 60-cent area, not just stall right here. It started to move and then just stalled. It could be worth riding this up the way it's acting. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'm going to ride it up first before I short it. So I got it at 55. I thought I got a little bit bigger move than that. Got out a little soon. Scalping mentality. There is our 62 even, and you have the buy-sell oscillator turning it around. I'm going to tend to go short here off this level. If it breaks it, let's see if it can punch through it. Nope, it faded off of it. I'd like to get into a position where I would hold it a little bit longer for a retracement down. Dropped off of it. Try to get a bigger move than I normally suggest because of my situation. The spread's so tight that I'm just doing market. I was watching. I wasn't getting slippage really. Could have caught it up there, but it didn't grab it. I was waiting for it to go a little higher.
UMAC Unusual Machines getting a pop here, $11.16. Uniform Michael Alpha Charlie.
All right. I'll write it on the retracement back up. A little bit of a move there. It's painfully climbing out of the hole. I want to hold it longer going short, not going up. As you can see, why? You know, based on the thought that it's harder to break its highs, you know. A lot of people fight against that. They all think the same thing, like it's at its high, take profit. This could just, I just don't want to play it long, guys. There it goes. That's why. I just thinking it's just making a move to retrace way further down. So I'm kind of stuck with no play here for a bit, which is unfortunate because I don't like the way it's moving. So I would be patient and not take a long trade here. That's me, but you guys take your own trades, obviously. Feel like I want to switch to a different stock, but I was hoping to get this green over here, but I just don't. I'm really forcing the trades. On 60.50 right there. That 15-minute turning around on that nice rickshaw man, huh? How strong is that 35? This one here. Yeah, that was the end of the day over there. Did respect it a few times here. Actually, it looks really strong. So that's probably a good level to go long off of. That's that 35 level. To give it a shot, you know. It already tapped it and turned right around. Or right above it. But now we're in no man's land in between it, so. Here it comes. Is it going to give me a shot? Went to 39 on the market. That was it. That would have been 11 cents, 12-cent profit already. So it did stop there and turn around, but it didn't quite go all the way to where I wanted it to go. I might pop in here a little. There it is. All right, what did it get me at? 37? So we want, there we go. Ah! I had way more money there for a second. Oh, well. Green's green. I don't have a lot of confidence in just riding it straight up on it. Again, I don't have a lot of confidence going long on this stock right now. Short is what I have confidence in going in. So now it's broken the level, so it's more like wait for it to come up and ride it short, you know, if it's below that level. So sign of a reversal. That's a good sign. To go long. Nope. Not going to play that game. Looking to go short still, but I'm chasing it. You know, chasing a falling knife here. Hope some of you guys are green. Come on, do something here. You're just slowly fading with barely any retrace. We haven't created a channel here is the problem. So there's probably a great stock I'm not trading as I run out of time here. I'll give this a minute longer, then I'm going to try to switch and just remember that we had a negative there. So even dollar would be a spot where I would buy 160 even. Even though I just hate going long off this thing, I also hate chasing it short. I hit that in a way where I didn't feel good about it. Yeah, it's not making me feel good right there. All right, I'll give it a shot. Not feeling it real good about it. Oh, I got some money there. All right, let me take a look at something else here. I just want to look at Tesla for a second. So it's down to 307. Talk about catching a falling knife. Tesla can get me to recover very, very quickly if I catch it right, but it's dangerous. As you can see, I drew that level and it broke it in a split second. It started to come back up from its way down there. 300. Oh my God. I didn't even see that. It went all the way down to 300. Wow. So a bunch of people thought that was the bottom. They haven't made it hard to borrow yet. Nope. I know there was a lot of hoopla about that when the bank stopped loaning money on it. We won't do 200 shares on Tesla, but see if I can get a quick 100 and something bucks here trading this. Let me see. I want to go short. I don't want to go long, so we'll look for a retracement up here, and I kind of would like to sell the ass, but let's see. That's 307, so that's a whole dollar if I go 100. Yeah, I'll go ahead and go in, see if it picks me up. Nope, faded off. 70 cents. I'm not sure where I would have slipped had I picked up that, but I think I would have made a nice little profit had I picked it up, but it didn't pick me up, so. Short's the way to go on this one. Just looking at half and whole dollar levels for possible, buying the rise as opposed to buying the dip. Or selling, should I say. I'm looking at the ask. I got that right at the wrong spot. I'm going to get out quick. Yeah, that dropped 10 cents right when I pushed it, but I could have stayed in it and made it. I just didn't like the opening position. I was trying to get it at like close to 50 cents, and it picked me up way lower. There's a spread here, and it's since I couldn't get in, I'm just going straight for market, so it's definitely like the Wild West right here. I don't highly advise doing what I'm doing right here. Wow, it just keeps dropping, huh? It's going to go back and look at that 300 again, I think. Yeah, it's making lower highs consistently. What did I get that at, 28? Let her ride. Let her ride, guys. Come on, give me like 30, 40 bucks and I won't get over greedy, but 30, 40 bucks. Here was $23, 24, swaling down, so it should have a big chunk move here downward. Then I just got to catch it. There it is, 45. That's good. I can't remember where I'm at here. What did I trade first? Was it... I can't remember what I traded. Was it Apple? No, it wasn't Apple, right? It was Nvidia, right? That's what it was. No, it wasn't. Oh, there it is. This one. All right, so I got 40 bucks there. And then someplace else I had money. It was AMD. Oh, well, that's where the loss is. Well, I'm not there. I'm just going to count it. I think there's another position somewhere. I don't know. I thought I traded a third one, but maybe not. All right, let me go back to Tesla. I've got a little ways to go then. So I need to make like another $60 at least to just to break even. That's just breaking even. 160 to actually make our goal today. So not a banner day. Should have just not traded because I didn't. Felt tired. I mean, I knew I didn't get my sleep, but I don't know. I don't think it's affecting my judgment, but this can happen any day, really, you know.
January 2027 $10 calls trading on XIFR. That's XPLR.
Should have grabbed it up there. Almost did. Man, it doesn't give you a chance because it doesn't retrace. The look to me was it was going to drop off to 50 cents, not go back up. So I'm going to try to ride this down. Just 100 shares. So we're not throwing caution completely to the wind here, but it's not a stock I like to go into more position in if it moves against you, frankly. But it doesn't mean I won't, but it depends on what it looks like when the opportunity may or may not present itself. It's just still dropping, so, you know, these are just gasps for air above the water up there. He's just still going down. That's 70, so I broke over 100 here. I can't remember. What was AMD?
MYSZ, my size.
123, okay. Help me remember, everyone. 123 I'm trying to get to just to break even.
Level insights and reduce returns. That's Michael Yankee Sandy Zulu.
Then my Palantir could be the real profit for me for the day. Struggling though, struggling today for sure. I got it at 43. Look at the market maker. You can see the money that it's. Yeah, it was, all right. I don't really recommend you trading this guy's way lower share size, but it can offer some opportunities. So let's see. I was tempted to buy it there. I'm going, hey. It's like, no, I'm not going long on this stock right now. So it doesn't mean it's not going to turn around here. That's where you got to be careful, you know.
Seek communication with Trump if necessary, but hopes to reach an agreement on tariffs.
Because I'm up above where I was a minute ago. So as far as the position, if I got in, this is tempting though. I got to tell you, this is tempting to short it. Went to 85 for a second, 81, 76, 82. Wow. Yeah, there was enough move there already. I'm going to go ahead and get it. I'm going to try it there. It's pounding up. I'm thinking it's going to turn around, so I'm taking a chance. I might just take a loss here. I don't want to add to it. So That was a terrible trade. I had it $15 and I got 6. You know, you push the button and you watch the numbers roll before it goes ding. Come on. What's the 1 second, 1.5 second delay, guys? Give me a break. See, if I just held it, we'd be golden. Yeah, it showed a little bit more strength going up there, so I got a little worried that it. And then I start thinking, well, I'm going to add to half my position. Am I going to add to half my position? And I don't really want to do that with Tesla. It would have worked out just great. Being very, very conservative here, except that I'm trading it in the first place. I think I'm green if you add the two together, but it's close. So let's get a couple more here. I'm already late for the other, as you guys know, but I'm going to stick it out. So out of just tenacity, like, come on, get green. Make sure we're green overall. We're doing good for the month, but this is not my best day for sure. So I might come back with Charlie and work on getting it up a little bit. So this strategy works throughout the day. I forced it again today. I know I did. I did not have the trades, and I forced it, and that's what happened. So should have just stopped, looked around. I do feel very constrained by the time, you know. Looking to go short, as you can see. Waiting for a spike up. If I get it, I don't know. Did it a minute ago. That could go very wrong. Don't break the 305, please. Don't break the 305. You're scared up there. Go back down. I just want to get out of this position. I don't like it. Drop. More than $1, please. Oh, man. Level 2 is pounding it up, man. It's not doing what I want it to do. Yep. I see it coming. It's rotating the wrong way. $27. That's a lot off my position, guys. There we go. I let it go red. Very tempted here to add to my position. All right, I'm going to add to my position and go for it. I'm going for it. I might have to recover later in the day, but I'm going to go for it today. If it gets to 100 here, I'll get out. So, and it's going to do it. So this is not my day. I'll have to recover off screen, or I make more on the RV strategy, but this is looking bad. So I'm up at 305.11. I was hoping it might pound back down to 305 for me, but it doesn't seem to be wanting to turn back down. And that could have been the bottom for now. Let's see. So there's a little bit of life there. Just take a lesser loss and get out, right? That's what my body's saying. I'm out of time, and I've been out of time for a while. Oh, that song just came in my head. Ah. One last bump. No. Is that it? I got to get out. I got to get out. Screaming in my brain.
Coming up at 10:30, natural gas.
It's going to come back down.
28 BCF is the consensus.
That's twice now it's broken where I said I'd get out. This is why Tesla. Definitely didn't have the levels to chase this, so 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and hitting this button any second. Any dip? No. Ouch! Okay. I see some of you have left. All right, so today was not a good day. I was on my way back and I blew it. So I've got 140 plus what was this? No, that was the good one, right? Yeah, so 100 down there and then 120. I'm 200 down. I'm like, so I've blown away 2 days of, was this the bad one? Yeah. So 140 or 100 at, and then add that. So 220 something down. So that's too bad. I hope you guys didn't do what I just did. But I am going to try to recover from this. I will trade the RV strategy, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow, though I do have guests, so I'm not sure I will be back. I'll end the week on a bad note, and I'll lose a trading day, unfortunately, but if I'm not back tomorrow. But yeah, it's a red day as far as very clear, because I didn't hold it. I'm not swinging it. So this is my first red day of the month from holding it. So, but I will try to recover, and I may have a recap. We'll see how it goes. But otherwise, stopping here for the day, guys. So thanks for being with me. I hope you guys went green anyway, and I will see you soon.